All right. Hi, I'm Erin Moore. As was just said, I am an undergrad student at the Maryland Institute College of Art with a major in printmaking and a minor in book arts. I'm graduating in 3 weeks. Yeah, and I am a studio intern at Globe Collection and Press at MICA, and I'm just going to take you through how I gained experience in letterpress. I went into MICA as a freshman as a graphic design major because I really enjoyed designing posters and books, but I was definitely missing the element of like tactile making that I enjoyed as an artist. So I took a printmaking class my freshman year and pretty quickly transferred to a printmaking major my sophomore year. Um, yeah, and my personal work with printmaking has always integrated type. Writing is very important to my work, whether it's from a political or more poetic sense. I did take a letterpress class in the spring of 2020. Unfortunately, that was the semester that we had to leave campus because of COVID. So I only got a little tiny look into the process with just lead type, but I knew it was something that I really wanted to continue with when possible. So super fortunately, my first semester back on campus, fall 2021, I was able to get a internship with Globe Collection and Press. And for those who aren't familiar with Globe, Globe was a poster printing shop that operated for decades out of Baltimore. They did a lot of musical posters, carnival posters, posters for political campaigns with a super fluorescent, iconic style printed with wood type over top of it. And in 2011, they closed their doors, but MICA was able to acquire that collection of posters in wood type. So now Globe works to create new posters with new clients, and that's what I help out with. As soon as I began learning the process of creating a wood type lockup, I really enjoyed it. I loved working collaboratively. This is actually the first poster I worked on. It's just a proof to the left. Um, yeah, and I also really loved at Globe, I learned how to adapt and learn how to make things work in the moment. This is one of the first examples of that. We didn't have an exclamation point that fit into our composition, so we were able to make one out of a star and some rules. Um, and it was a super busy fall. We printed a lot of posters for the National Convention on Citizenship, and making all those posters in quick succession really taught me. It made me a better printmaker, but it also made me a much better designer. Seeing how Allison Fisher, the director of Globe, was able to compose posters and balance different weights of type, I soon was able to do the same myself and work on posters like that. Um, and Allison was able to give us a couple small projects to work on independently to get feedback with as we were starting out. This is one of the first ones I did. It was the holiday card Globe sent out. It was really fun to kind of take on a project by myself and take advantage of all the different fun type that's in our shop. Um, and another example of this is this birthday card that I designed with Globe. It's pretty big. It's like a jumbo birthday card. And I did the typesetting, but I was also able to design the screen print layer, kind of using Globe motifs, but putting a little bit of a spin on it. And that was really fun. Yeah, but just a little bit more of what we've done. This is my favorite poster we did this year. It's for Antone's, which is a musical venue. And for this one, we actually had a metal halftone block printed of the band, which you can see on the right. And it was really fun to integrate that into the lockup. And most recently, this is the poster we just printed for Nomu Nomu, which is a gallery that just opened up in Baltimore. We were able to make this poster for their grand opening. And I'm always still learning new things because this is my first time setting type on an angle, which was a really fun challenge. But I was really happy with how these turned out. So after I started working at Globe, I wanted to try working with wood type in my own work. Just as a student. And these were the first two broadsides I did that with. It's just a snippet from a poem I wrote. But after I did these, I realized that I wanted wood type to be a big part of my senior thesis. And a little bit about the topic of my senior thesis. I am taking found type and imagery from queer magazines and newspapers from around the 70s to 90s and making new prints with them, mostly through an educational lens. This was the first piece I made. It's a big installation. The background is screen printed, but the foreground is, it's this really beautiful slab serif wood type that's in Globe's collection. And this was really about just experimenting with overlapping transparent colors and making a big, fun installation with those. All the little pictures in the background are found images from trans magazines in the 90s. Yeah, and here's just a detailed look of that, and then the little lockup that goes with that. And the project that I'm currently working on is based on the zine I made, where I found hand lettering in different old lesbian magazines, and I made them into like usable digital type, different fonts. And the one I'm focusing on now is this one from Lavender Vision, which is a newsletter from the 70s. And I'm actually working on making that type into printable letterpress type. The picture here shows I am using a laser cutter to cut the characters out of plexiglass. And actually right now, this weekend, I'm working on mounting them onto wood so I can make them type high and hopefully print them. And that's what is the last thing I'm working on at school. And yeah, and that's where I am right now. I am super grateful for all the work I've been able to do in the past. And after graduation, I'm definitely looking for more opportunities to keep working with letterpress because I see it being a huge part of my practice. Yeah, thank you.